Hi there, my name's Chris and I'm an application engineer for Man & Machine UK, specialising in AutoCAD products. Recently we've had a request for Plant 3D from a client who wishes to have multiple systems that are all exactly the same but have different system numbers. He wants all his pipes in his systems to have the system tag within the pipeline tag. Okay, so what I mean is, for example, if I click on this pipe here, we've got SYS, which represents the system 01, and then the pipeline number or the line number tag, and they make up the tag of the group altogether. Okay, so if I click on pipe number 2, you can see it's 1002 for the line number, and the total tag is SYS 011002 because this is system 1. This drawing is system 1. So what we want to do potentially is replicate this drawing, copy the drawing and paste it several times, and then re-tag everything within the drawing with a new system number. Okay, so therefore if the system number changes, all the pipes tags update to represent that system number. Okay, so for example, I've set up a drawing property, and I've created a drawing property called system, and I have called the system SYS01. If I change that to 02 and click OK, in order to update all the properties within the project, I do a plant refresh ACQ property, this command here, and then update, as we've only got one drawing, update the drawing within this project. When I click on this pipe now, we've got SYS02. So the drawing property is mapped to the tag of the pipe. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create a drawing property. So right click on the project, select properties, and in the general settings we have drawing properties. Here we can see drawing property categories and the properties that are associated with that category. So let's just show you how we do that. So to add a new category, I click add, select a name for that category, and then add a row in that category. Give it a description if you like. Okay, so there we have it. We have a new category, video, and in that category we have a new property. If I OK that, it will apply that property to my project. And if I click on any of these drawings now, we can see that the category has been created and the property is in that category. Okay, so as this is actually going to be system 01, I'm going to call this V1. Okay, and accept that. Okay, so let's just do a plant property refresh. Again, select just drawing in this case. Alright, so now I click on there, we can see it's back to 00 or 01 for system. Yeah, which is great. So once I've got the drawing property, I need to create a tag format. Alright, so in order to create a tag format, I go back to my property settings, or project properties, sorry, and then go to the Plant 3D drawing settings, because this is specific for Plant 3D drawings. Okay, and then we come down to Plant 3D class definitions, and then we actually expand, or we can look at the P3D line group to start with. Okay, so the tag for the line group, at the moment I've got it representing the line number, and the line number is actually going to look at the pipe run component tag. Okay, so that's going to replicate the component tag. Right, so that's quite important. So let's come a bit further down and look at piping equipment, and you can see there's the pipe run component. and we can see this is the tag format. So what we're going to do, I'm going to create a specific format which has the drawing property and the line number in that format. So let's look at this one here, which I've created already. So I've created a tag format called video, and I'm using that format in the tag format name. Okay, so let's modify that and have a look at what I've done. So I've got a drawing property. This is drawing properties. This is plant class properties. This is project properties, and this is an expression which can be defined. Okay, so click on the drawing properties. You can see here's all my categories, and here's the properties within those categories which I can use. Okay, so if I select system and then the property system, that then places that in my field for my tag. I can have multiple components build up this tag. So the next component I want in this tag, I want the pipeline group number, the P3 line group number. Okay, so to do that, I select on the class definitions, I go P3D line group and select number and OK that. And then let's add our new drawing property here. So select video property, there's our new drawing property. So I've selected that one there, and I've selected video and drawing properties. Click OK. It's added our new part to our tag with a delimiter of a hyphen. Okay, so select that. So let's just double check it. You can see now we have some new properties in our tag. Alright, I need to make sure that my line number tag is picking up the P3D line group number. You might find that this needs to be changed. So click on this and you just edit the acquisition rule and you pick the P3D group, which is this one here, and you make sure it's number. That is essential for this particular tag format. Okay. So once that's created, I can just click apply to make sure that's all accepted, and then just come back and show you again, just to remind you. I'm using line number tag format for the P3D line group tag format, and in that all I'm doing is replicating that tag format that I just created in the pipe run component. The reason for this is if I want to put my drawing properties into the P3D line group numbers, I have to use it from the pipe run component tag, because you can't use, well, the drawing properties don't quite update correctly if you put them straight into this. Okay, so I'm just replicating that pipe run component. So if I select OK on that and OK that. So what we should see now is if I do a plant, refresh properties, drawing's fine again, we can see down here they should be all updated, and we can see now the tag is now picking up the V1 as well. Okay, in some cases we have to assign it just to make sure, so it's good to get your tag format set up prior to making these drawings, so you don't want to have to go through each pipe, now that's working there, look, and reassigning it. So make sure you get this tag format correct before you model your plant, because you don't want to have to go around doing what I'm doing here for these 4 pipes on 100 plus pipes. Okay, so make sure you get your format correct first. Alright, so now my format's correct. If I change that property V1 to V01 for example, OK that, plant refresh properties, select drawing again. Alright, so now we can see that it's V01. If I click on there, we can see it's V01. So now that I've set my format up and I've reassigned my tags, they're all updating as they should do. Alright, so it saves me a lot of time now that I've got this format set up how I want it. If I make a copy of these drawings, or this drawing, copy it and paste it a couple of times. You can rename the drawings. Okay, 2 and 3. I can add those drawings to my project. Here's 2 and 3. You can add them. And what we have now, if I go to my PIP02, we have the same systems, but at the moment the properties are still the same. So what I need to do, I need to put in there system 02 v02. This is empty because I forgot to save it before I copied it. So again, go to my PIP03, change the properties, put SYS03 and V03. Okay, that. This time I'll use the same plant refresh ACQ property command, select enter, and this time I'll select project because we've got several drawings. Press enter, you'll see it flicks through the drawings, updating the properties. Alright, so when I hover over this, you can see that the tag is picked up. The layer hasn't, but we're not too worried about that. Right now we're just worried about the tag. We could map the tag to the layer in the future. But we can see the properties for that tag have updated because they are mapped to the drawing properties. Alright. So I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to contact Man and Machine if you have any more questions. Thank you. Bye.